doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Rockin' and Rollin', Burnz Garelli is in the building. We were just chopping it up a minute ago, man. You have like a whole catalog of content, music, and stories, bro.
Yeah.
We were just talking about who shipped you some shoes the other day, man.
Yeah, man. Jello Ball, man.
Bro,
That's my guy.
So not only does he ship you some shoes, but he's commenting under your music. And
Yeah.
he's showing massive love and support for your music. I got a chance to listen to snippets of what was played, and I was like, this is a different sound. And you have a high, intense energy in the performance that I seen. You're trying to bring something new to the table.
For sure.
When we were talking earlier, too, you were saying that you're deeper with your music. It's something that, you're not just a surface level rapper.
Yeah.
You want people to think when you rap.
Yeah.
Where did it all come from? When did it all start?
As far as like just music, when did I start rapping?
Yeah.
I got two older brothers, man, and when I was coming up, they was already into rapping. They used to say they was the young guns. You know what I'm saying? You hip to the young guns? Chris and Lil Neefy, with back in the day, man. With Jay-Z, but yeah, they used to say they was them, man. So I've been into rap for a long time, bro. But on a serious note, I really just started taking it serious and investing money like as of recently.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Linwood. Yeah.
God damn, son.
Why
I
you
used,
say
to
that?
shoot, I used to shoot music videos out there.
Yeah.
And they used to
Oh no, what you mean out there?
on the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the street.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about some other shit. All right.
No.
Yeah.
I used to shoot music videos on, like, it was common for me to be on there.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of artists around that area. But
Yeah.
I remember one time they were like, yo, you got to leave after 10. And I was like, why? And they're like, you got to leave after 10, bro. And I was like, all right. And I remember feeling scared. I remember feeling like, what the fuck's happening? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't feel safe in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Was it easy growing up there? Or like, what was it like?
I mean, I had it. It was pretty easy for me. You know what I'm saying? I guess you don't realize how hard the environment is, and you know what I'm saying. I guess reflecting and looking back, but going through it, it was simple. I ain't had too many,
When did you have the perspective that it wasn't it wasn't a normal childhood? Like, was there a certain age that hit where you're like, okay, that's not normal?
I guess seeing other people's lives and you know what I'm saying, kind of sharing stories, and they like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, y'all didn't go through that? Like, that shit didn't happen to y'all, so
Yeah.
I guess it was just, you know what I'm saying, just life, just living, you know what I'm saying, and expanding.
Did you go to college like right after high school? Or
No, I ain't never been to college. I went to WC3 for a couple weeks, but you know, not no real college.
Let's get real. You don't know what the hell you're doing as an artist. You have all the talent, a little clout, but no motion. That's because you don't know what the hell you're doing. I know it's harsh, but it's true. That's why we developed the Artist X strategy. It includes one-on-one sessions with hip-hop and entertainment moguls that will walk you through this hurricane we call the entertainment industry. You can receive coaching, music and social media analysis, and networking opportunities. Message kid.l.video on Instagram to learn more. Guys, stop traveling in the wrong direction. With an in-depth analysis, one turn can literally turn your career around. What were you doing to maintain yourself? Like, what was your lifestyle like?
Like money wise,
Yeah, just like living. How are you getting by?
shit, I was hustling, man. It's the average story, bro. It's just in the streets, whatever we really get our hands on, for real.
When did you get into music?
I've been into it, bro. Like, I don't know, man. This shit.
What was the day one in the studio? What was like the first time you actually got in like a recording studio?
I was young, bro. I was still in high school, probably like 16, 17, but it wasn't nothing serious. We was just trying to rap. We had a little group, you feel me? But my first time going to like a real studio other than people's basement and shit like that I was probably like 16, 17 or some shit like that.
That studio still around? Is this somebody we know?
I don't think so. It was like in Redford or some shit.
I know.
I can't remember. It was so long ago.
What was the progression like? When did you find yourself actually starting like to find rhythm and figure out who you were becoming as an artist?
Shit, man. Just as of lately, honestly, because I wasn't really. I mean, I was rapping, but I didn't see how far this shit can go until recently when Doug and Face and people like that start getting the real breaks. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really looked too deep into it. I was just really having fun. It was a hobby for me.
Once you seen everybody else start to take off, it was kind of like, damn, it's just
Yeah,
possible.
now I realize like I got a real talent and I could do something with it, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
as of now I'm trying to really make it happen.
What was the first song that you released that got traction?
I can't say, man. I really never got too much traction from the music, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It was really like,
So how the hell did Jello find you? Is just random?
I did a song with Glock Boy TJ.
Oh shit.
And TJ collabed on the post with me, and you know, he fuck with Miles Bridges and all of them, so Jello followed him, and then he just liked the music, and he started listening to me, and then he just wrote me.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. He sent you a pair of shoes. It was just insane.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "What? Can you just message him and he sends you shoes?" But it was like, no, because he knew you.
Yeah.
And he fucked with what you were doing. That's
For
why he
sure.
sent the shoes.
Yeah, the shoes tough too, man. Shout out to Jello.
It's
for sure.
crazy as fuck, bro.
For
So he's a
sure.
G like that, huh?
Yeah, he a real nigga for sure.
What was like setting up studio time with Glock Boy? Like, was it like an easy process? Like, did you guys?
Moan, Shred Gang Moan, that's my cousin.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I already had a relationship with them, and Mazzo, I did songs with Mazzo, so you know they kind of real close. So TJ was just, you know, somebody I wanted to work with. It didn't take much for me to reach out to him. You know, he already knew who I was. We played the game together and shit like that.
So you were coming up just like you guys are all came around Bang Gang and Shred Gang like growing up.
I ain't really spent too much time around him, but that's my cousin, like for real, like,
Oh,
you
bro.
know what I'm saying. So, but I was doing my own thing, bro. I was really doing music here and then trying to doing shit to get the money to fund the music. You know what I'm saying? I got caught up more in that than the music. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what happened.
That's always what I hear happens. It's like you're making so much money and you're getting so involved in it. That's like
Yeah.
music kind of gets slid to the side,
Yeah.
right?
I didn't know the importance of marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had all this money and I didn't invest it properly. I just started shooting videos and slapping them on YouTube was the answer, when really it was like you need to invest just as much money into the product as you do, you know what I'm saying, making it.
Yeah, everybody kind of. I think what happens in the beginning as an artist is you go like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Promote it, and then what? Nothing's gonna happen. Like it's not
Right.
gonna go over there, but it does. Like
Yeah.
shit ends up happening, right?
Yeah.
It just takes you seeing it to know it. What was the first song that you seen that you were the most happy for the results of viewership wise?
Like I said, man, this shit really just started happening. Like I just Jello, again, he posted one of my songs on his post. And like it was like a Fashion Nova post or something. I just started seeing a lot of streams come from that song, you know what I'm saying? So
What song was it?
it's called Real Trill.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he posted it as the post, the music for the post.
Yeah, don't you know you post a story, you could add
Yeah.
music. I mean, not a story, it was an actual post, but you post it and you could put the music at the top.
How many followers did you get? Did you get people like really?
Yeah, I
tapping
got a
you?
lot of followers. I probably ain't counted, but you know,
That's dope.
but definitely a lot of followers came from it.
That's dope as fuck.
He reposted my music, all type of shit.
You worked with Ray too, right?
Yeah.
Babyface Ray, man. How did that come together?
1-800, that's my man's. Yeah, that's my guy. He made the beat, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to work with Ray. He reached out to him and it was simple as that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How did it do on the stream wise?
That went crazy, you feel me? That was before. That was like 2019, 2020 type shit. You know what I'm saying? So Ray was literally like on his way in the door through with that paperwork party shit and all that. That's when the break was happening. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but yeah, the streams went crazy, bro. Honestly.
When it comes down to seeing the results of working with the features and artists and everything like that, you were kind of saying earlier that you feel like you need to market yourself more, but you work collaborating with top tier artists.
Right.
That is a way of networking. That is a way of marketing yourself, right?
Right.
What do you feel like at that time you could have done better to get yourself out there faster?
Advertise what I did. You know what I'm saying? I just did the music and slapped it on my page and expected everybody else to share it and do like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't hip to, you know, pages and shit to put it on and say cheese and no jumper. I thought they just came and picked that shit up out the blue. I didn't know it was something you could pay for at the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
It was really the lack of knowing.
When it comes down to how you feel about your artistry, are you more of a person that likes to stay with artistry and you're not a fan of what social media has kind of brought into the table, or are you kind of appreciative of like the access it gives you, but also the disingenuousness that's associated with it?
I mean, I really, it's I don't know, man. This shit, I don't know.
I know you're saying something, man. What are you saying, son?
I don't know, man. This shit,
You're not fucking with it?
it's all right. I mean, I respect the music, the game. You know what I'm saying? All the other shit. I really ain't into it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just want to rap. You know what I'm saying? And be understood and be heard.
That's where like a great manager comes along, right?
Yeah.
When they see you and they're like, all right, you don't have to worry about none of the business stuff.
Right.
We're gonna take care of that. You just make the music, right?
Right.
How much money do you think it would take for a manager to come in and be like, all right, let's set you up?
How much money I think I gotta pay, or how much they got?
No, they'd have to pay you to just be like, yeah, you gotta work. And that's
Shit,
it.
I don't know, man. If they could promise me to get me where I need to go, shit, let's do it. You know, I don't need no money, man. Because like I say, I'm in love with the art. So it ain't. I mean, the money, of course, is cool, but this is what I truly want to do. I'm not doing it to make a couple dollars and be famous. Like, this is like all I know. I've been doing it since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like without knowing. Like when I was a kid in fucking second grade, that's kind of where the name the Ghetto Poet came from. A poetry lady came. I don't know what she was. She was trying to bring poetry to the hood, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, she came in there and she was teaching us like haikus and how to structure the poetry and shit like that. And they ended up putting me on the cover of the book. You know what I'm saying? And that was like when I was in the second or third grade, bro. So the whole time I've been, you know what I'm saying, being trained for this shit. I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like you have the creative nature, and it's like you had to make a living though, so it's hard to like focus on it, right?
For sure.
Now you're at the point where it seems like you found that balance and you want to start pushing towards the music.
Yeah.
I think a lot of artists feel like that, man. I don't think like you're alone in that.
Yeah.
But it's about taking the steps forward. What's been the hardest parts about taking the steps forward to get the marketing? Is it just because you're not a fan of doing it, or is it just because you're discovering how to do it?
Just discovering how to do it.
Yeah.
I was kind of ignorant to it. You know what I'm saying? I knew about like paying the promotion on Instagram, but you only can see as far as your money take you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who were some other artists you got to work with?
Like I said, Face. I got songs with Veeze, Moan.
Man, Veeze took over, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This guy's on a different plane.
For sure.
When we were doing the interview, you shouted out one of his songs that's like the newest hit since like First Day Out. Right?
No, you were saying like the city ain't had no real hits since First Day Out, but I think Not a Drill was one of those hits. I think that shit was like, you know what I'm saying? They was playing that shit at the Lions games and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was one of them.
Yeah, Not a Drill. That's one of the biggest bangers that's hit since First Day Out. Obviously,
sure.
First Day Out's still on a different magnitude though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think's gotten the closest to it though? Like, do you think Not a Drill's got the closest to First Day Out?
From the city?
Yeah, from the city.
We could talk about Doug. I mean, that shit like that song with Future, that was a pretty big song. You know what I'm saying? When he tell Dez make me some noodles and the shit like that was pretty big. That song was big, but
I feel like Whole Lot of Choppers got close. I don't know about numbers wise, but Whole Lot of Choppers went pretty crazy when Nicki Minaj hopped on.
Oh yeah, well that was huge. Him having Nicki Minaj on there was like, I don't know how he's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they put him in Fortnite, bro.
That was crazy.
They had him dancing in Fortnite. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's insane.
How did you and Veeze get to work together?
I went to high school with Veeze.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys kick it like in school?
Yeah, that's my guy. Like if I see Veeze right now, he gonna show love and fuck with me for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What was it like being in high school?
I mean, shit. At that point, he 1 year younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't know none of this shit was coming or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was just we was cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here in front like he was my best friend, but you know what I'm saying? We slapped hands, and when he see me outside and after that, you know what I'm saying? I just seen Veeze on some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
on some real street shit too.
Yeah. Oh, like you guys were like walking.
No, like getting money type shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say like he was walking the block together. And shit.
No.
But
No.
so when did the song come along? Like how long after you guys had kicked it did you guys start working together?
Kind of right after he dropped Rusty. Like after that song came out, you know what I'm saying? His buzz start building up. I reached out to him, man. It was love.
Yeah. How did the viewership do for it? For the song?
We never shot a video, but I'm still getting streams off that song to this day.
What's your overall accumulated streams do you think you have right now?
I ain't 100% sure, man. I know it's up there though. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about like close to 1 million?
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope.
For sure.
That's hard to fucking get to, right?
For sure. But that song pushed it. You know what I'm saying? That song definitely tipped the scale.
Do you get to see feedback? Like, do you get to see comments or anything like that for you on your side where people are talking about you? Do you get to see feedback about how people feel about your music?
Not too much, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Other than them commenting on my posts and shit like that, you know, when I promote shit. But other than that, not for real.
What about in the streets? Like, isn't it your friends ever like bump like on the way to the crib and shit like that?
For sure, hell yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's the best feeling in the beginning, because once you're once your first area, like your block starts fucking with you, you feel comfortable. Like, all right,
Yeah.
because they're not gonna fuck with you if you're trash. But I don't care
Yeah,
how
for sure.
if you're trash. I don't care how like what status you got. They're not gonna bump that shit.
Right.
How do you feel about Eminem?
I fuck with Eminem. Yeah.
Did you listen to him growing up?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Do you think
My favorite song, one of my favorite songs, like of all time, is "Clean Out My Closet."
really?
For sure.
It's like one of his darkest songs. I think he came out with a statement saying he regretted making that song.
Yeah.
It was the only song he ever regretted making because of like what he was saying about his mom.
Yeah.
That shit was out of line, son. Like,
Yeah.
what made that your favorite song out of all? Of
I
them?
don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I just really like the song. That Mockingbird, Toy Soldier, all that type of shit. Like I don't know. I guess it was just the hype around Eminem at that time, and I don't know.
Yeah. Toy Soldiers was crazy, that music video.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Proof on the hospital bed?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was crazy.
Did you grow up listening more to like street rap or to mainstream hip hop? Like, were you on more of like the Eminem and Royce and D12 area, or like kind of Street Lord One?
Nah, more side more towards the street shit, man. My pops, like I said, I'm from Linwood, and Woodrow ain't too far, but you hip to like Big Herc and shit like
of
that.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, shit
Rock
like
Bottom.
that. Yeah, Rock Bottom. That's what I grew up listening to. Rock Bottom, Cheddar Boys, Blade Icewood.
The classics, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they were saying a lot of people make the argument that Blade Icewood is one of the first people to really give Detroit its Detroit sound, like to the fullest. But there's always disputes about it. Big Herc obviously took it really far.
Big Herc is one of them guys, man.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Big Herc, man.
I think on the street end, that's probably why Eminem chose him to work with him.
Yeah.
Because it's like he was street as fuck, but he was also magnificently talented, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because he didn't work. I don't think Eminem worked with too many of the street rappers.
Yeah.
I think he stayed more on the hip hop side, but Big Herc was one of the guys that he took up and moved with. Obviously, then you went. I'm assuming your next journey was like listening to Doughboys and Team Eastside.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I was fresh out of high school, I opened up for Doughboys and Team Eastside, man. Like when they was really on their way up. I want to say before they got into it, before the beef happened, they was on the same stage.
Really?
For sure. I can't remember what the club was called, but it was downtown Detroit for sure.
So you seen Doughboys and Team Eastside on the same stage together?
Not on the same stage, but one after another one. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were able to be in the stadium at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, that must have been a different fucking time.
Yeah.
Well, now it's back to normal, though,
Yeah.
right? Like now it's back to
For
that.
sure. You hip to S-Boy Promotions, I think he
Yeah,
put
no,
that,
that's boy.
Yeah, he put that together.
Oh, for the 4-2 Doug concert?
No,
Oh, you're talking about the concert that you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay,
back
yeah.
then.
Damn, man, that must have been the craziest show of all time.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
So do you consider yourself more of a conscious rapper? What do you consider yourself as far as lyrically?
Just not so much conscious, more so street intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get on there and say anything. I try to say it with some sense, or put it in a form where a motherfucker 18 can understand, a motherfucker 45 can understand. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep the balance.
Who do you think does what you're doing? Obviously, you have your own unique flow and style, but is there anybody you can compare that's doing something that you were inspired by for what you're doing now?
You saying like an artist that inspired me to be who I am?
To kind of develop the sounds that you have.
People like Jeezy. Jeezy probably one of my favorite artists as far as like creating a song, and you know what I'm saying, the ad libs and just the feel, you know what I'm saying. And then I was really out here, man. You know what I'm saying. So he was talking about some of the shit I was living. So yeah, I fuck with Jeezy is probably one of the most like relatable.
I know Detroit is in love with the dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Fly in and saw every show.
Yeah, that's Uncle
Jeezy. You pull up
city
the shows?
level. Nah, I wasn't never really too big on concerts, man. I probably only been to one that the one Doug just threw recently. That was like the only concert I ever really been to.
Feels like your girl would have to like pull you to go to the shows, right?
Yeah.
Your girl would have to be like, let's pull up to that. Right?
I'm the type of guy, bro. I don't want to be there unless I'm front and center. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to a basketball game, I want to sit on the floor. You feel me? If I'm at a fucking concert, I want to be backstage. That's just me, bro. So I don't want to go if I can't do that.
Yeah, I feel that. How often do you perform?
Not often at all. I don't really do too many performances. I used to like towards the beginning, but that strip club shit, that shit played out. Like they come book you, they give you $500, you throw the $500 on top of some more money that you already got. The shit is just a money grab. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to put myself in a position where people wanted to see me versus me putting myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the club scenario is crazy, man. You like literally they pay you, but then you end up paying them back more, like double or triple.
For sure.
Which is like nuts.
Right. Then you got to bring they want you to bring a certain amount of people with you. You know what I'm saying? 4 people get in free. The rest of your people got to pay for it. You know, shit. It's all a whole.
Oh, they do that?
Yeah.
So if you bring like 30 people, when did they start doing that? That's crazy.
I felt since I've been doing it, they always say, yeah, you can get 5 people in free, but if it's 30 people with you, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the rest got to pay.
That sucks.
Yeah.
What did you feel like there was when you look at Detroit's music from the street rap angle? What do you think were the biggest landmark moments, like the biggest milestones for Detroit music when it comes to the street rap side?
You mean like what gave the city its big break?
Yeah,
like what kind of
from each era, kind of like starting with obviously Street Lords and Rock Bottom, because that was like the earliest.
Yeah, well, I would say definitely them. You know what I'm saying? Street Lords, Rock Bottom, and shit like that. I feel like they created Doughboys and Team Eastside is a product of that. You know what I'm saying? And then it just expanded from there. So once right after that wave went out, they was coming in. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start hearing about Payroll and you know what I'm saying? Peasy and Vezo and shit like that. Yeah. So they really like they them guys. They kicked the door down for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's
still happening.
Oh, for sure. Because individually they all became succeeders. For sure. As a group, it's like you don't really hear the groups like Doughboys and Team Eastside do like cut records together as much as they used to. You wonder if there's gonna be like another group that comes out of nowhere, or like another saga, or is this the end of like group rap?
Yeah, I think groups is kind of played out, man. Because you know once that money get involved, that should tear you apart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like people are conscious of that, and we just seen it. You know what I'm saying over the years.
Well, yeah, when Moan came on here, I don't know if you watched his interview, but when he was on, he was saying like they were getting checks, like Shred Gang and Bang Gang was getting checks for like 40,000. But then I was like, man, but how many people are in the group though?
Exactly. That's the whole crazy part.
But at the same time, you wouldn't probably make that money if you guys didn't unite in the first place.
Yeah, for sure.
You were part of a group before?
No, not for real. Not no big shit. Of course, everybody got their own clique that they fuck with, but no, not none of this shit out here.
You couldn't go back to doing anything like that?
Like a group? Yeah. Like me being like one. No, I'm a standalone kind of guy, man. I wanna. Yeah.
Can we play one of your songs for the audience real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get a good minute 30 in this bitch. What song can we put out?
Shit, it's up to you, man. You go to Burnz Garelli, go to Live from the Trenches. I got a song called Better Chill, Real Trill, Never Would Know.
Let's do Real Trill.
Yeah.
How do you spell trill?
TRILL.
Man, what's trill even mean?
Trill, man, like true and real at the same time.
Damn, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Trill was just meant like, oh, those street shit. True and real is crazy. Damn. He didn't even know that. You knew that?
I mean, any of us knew that.
I don't think any of us knew that.
Some just shit.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
That's more that's my ghetto side, man. I'm a little more. Mm-hmm.
Man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Bro, you are silly for not fucking pushing it, bro. You gotta go crazy, because there's nobody rapping like that, bro.
Yeah.
There's nobody rapping like that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta take all the advantage of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like the way you were on that beat was like effortless. It sounded like it's smooth. It's like water, bro.
Yeah. I freestyle everything too, bro. I don't write none of this shit.
It's just off the dome right when you get in?
Of course I punch in, but I don't just go through the whole song, but yeah.
It sounds like you don't even punch in. It sounds like you're fluidly just going through the entire track.
Yeah.
Listen though, I don't mean real, bro. Listen to Never Would Know, bro.
Right now?
That shit get me through my day.
Who made that beat?
His name Flame. Yeah, shout out to Flame, man. That's my guy. He from fucking Russia.
How do you spell that?
Yeah. He send me beats all the time.
Oh, Never Would Know. Okay.
Yeah. That's more like that's one of them, sit back and think type songs.
Let me put that on real quick. Wait, that doesn't, yeah, there we go.
That's it. I'm trapping, I'm trying to. Ooh.
You didn't do a video for this?
Not yet, no.
This is heat, man. I love it because it's there is an element of consciousness behind that. You're not just saying anything like you said earlier. You're not just saying anything. There's meaning behind everything. Kind of reminds me like, man, you and One Up T would do some serious shit together.
Yeah, I fuck with One Up T for sure.
Fuck with One Up T?
Yeah.
Wasn't it wild watching him come up, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
It was, when I first met him, he had brought Zay Primo was his director. Primo had came in here to do an interview, and T was sitting in the back just chilling because he wasn't like fully on that shit yet.
Yeah.
And then a month later, he's like all over my Instagram blowing up. I was like, what the fuck? You were just chilling in the back a month ago, and now you're fucking.
That shit crazy.
That's
how fast it happened, man.
Bro, I swear, man.
Yeah, my first time seeing One Up T was he was talking, rapping like sitting on the porch, and I think Meek Mill had reposted it. That's what kind of brought the light on him, put the light on him.
Well, who are your top artists from Detroit that you listen to?
I do a lot of listening to myself, man, but I fuck with Face, Veeze. We talking rappers?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say my guy Jermaine, man. I fuck with his music too, but we go Face, Veeze, Doug, Peasy, Vezo. I really fuck with. I don't know. The city is where it's at. That's really all I listen to outside of myself.
Yeah.
I don't play no mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they mainstream now, but it was a time where you could go out of town and play this shit. People like, who the fuck? Who is this? Like, what did you listen to? You know what I'm saying? But now it's like everybody know who they is.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy how that happened. It's like slowly over time. But Bang Gang had a lot to do with it too, right? Because LA was fucking, like Oakland was fucking with them heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
And that shit kind of transferred back and forth.
Yeah.
Now that you kind of have figured out the marketing strategies and everything like that, what's the amount of content people can expect? Like, are you going to be like on a run?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm about to flood them. I gotta, cause I know the importance of consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just staying consistent and putting it in front of their face so they can't forget about you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And good dope sell itself. So if it's good, then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
You said that the newest project you're working on, you're gonna have no features on it?
Yeah, no features. I mean, cause like I told you earlier, man, I did a lot of features and I ain't like the way that the artist kind of, it's nothing personal, but I expected if I pay you, then you gonna push this shit like it's yours. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they got their own shit to worry about, so I'm gonna more so focus on me and give people me.
Well, it's kind of expected that when you pay an artist for a feature that they promote it, because if nobody hears the song, if nobody knows it exists, even if it has your name on it, it's still not going to do much unless they help advertise it, right?
Right.
That's happened with our podcast before. We've had people that have asked to come on the podcast that are mainstream rappers, and they'll do the interview and then they don't promote it. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's dope that you were here, son, but how are people
the whole purpose of this shit is to
yeah.
expand. But that's why I fuck with Glock Boy TJ so much, because he collabed on the post, and that's probably the most traction I got from you know
yeah,
from a feature.
What can people expect from like the sounds of the tape and what you're gonna bring to it?
This one coming out closer towards the summer, so it's gonna be a little more up tempo. It's gonna be more of a, you know what I'm saying, kind of like not party, but you know, just more up tempo.
Yeah.
You know, more the real trio like we just heard. It's gonna be more shit like that versus the Never Will Know. But the album after that is gonna be called Champagne Toast, and that's gonna be more slow. Like
Why'd you name it that?
Champagne Toast?
Mm-hmm.
Cause I recently lost my mama, and that was her favorite like candle scent.
Oh man.
Yeah, Champagne Toast. But the champagne gonna be spelled like pain. You know what I'm saying? So.
Damn, I love that there's meaning behind it.
Yeah, for sure. I try to put meaning behind. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, it ain't just. I try to think it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to just.
Yeah,
whatever.
It leaves the audience wanting to know the mysteriousness in it because you feel like these days everything's just in your face. Like people are telling you, there's no transcoding anything anymore. It's like this is what it is.
Yeah, I think somebody that's like a king of that, somebody like Kendrick Lamar, he make you read between the lines, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you won't see that shit till later on. Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying.
But they got annoying with that shit, bro. Like I was going on YouTube and every day somebody's like, "This is what,"
trying to decode the fucking Super Bowl performance.
I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson. What was? I mean, I'm talking about Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, the color shoelaces he had on. I'm like, man, can we relax? Like, with this dick. And you know, the entertainment industry is aware of this. They're aware of the fact that people are finding mysteriousness in everything. Yeah. So they're like purposely making things more mysterious.
For sure.
Just for us to be on fucking Reddit, like, yo.
For sure. Yeah.
It's like that. She can't, like, I don't think entertainment should be that crazy, bro. I don't think it should be like to the point where I have to go watch a video to understand what the hell you just told me.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's kind of like a trick to make you watch it again. Like, oh damn, let me go watch it again, see what the fuck really going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because back in the day, it was like the Jay-Z and Kanye shit with the Illuminati and the videos. They make you go watch The Throne, and they like, oh shit, these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
No, what got me first, the first thing that ever got me conspiracy-wise was Tupac and Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah, like when they had died, well, first of all, everybody thought Tupac was alive for the longest fucking time. Like, that shit, you know, to this day.
To this day.
But that's where I was like, yo, I need to figure out everything about Tupac. I need to understand if he's still alive.
Right.
No, actually, I didn't conspire about Biggie, but Biggie, you wondered who killed him and shit like that. But
that shit's still up in the air, still a mystery. Don't nobody, I feel like, don't nobody know who really.
Well, the Detective Poole, was the only person who almost cracked the code. He basically, his theory before he died, his theory was that the police department had somebody there that was responsible for Biggie's death.
Yeah.
So they didn't. The reason that everything got sealed up was because if they had divulged the information about that, the department could be sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. Right. So they covered up who killed him, basically. Right. Which is crazy as fuck. But that was the first conspiracy. After that.
Yeah.
I've done too many crazy conspiracy. Like, what's a crazy conspiracy after that? Like, was there anything after that? XXXTentacion stuff was crazy.
Yeah. They were saying that he was, huh? Dr. Sebi? We talking about music.
Dr. Sebi. Even Dr. Sebi's in heaven like, damn, I didn't think y'all were about to bring me up on the Kid Out podcast. He's like, oh, shit.
Well, shout out Dr. Sebi, though. He the one.
But you're right, though, man. It's like keeping shit linear is, I like linear. I don't want to keep studying music anymore, man. Like, what happened or who's this or who's that? Right. How do you feel about the Kendrick and Drake beef? Like, how do you feel like this is the end of it, right? Kind of towards the end of it.
Yeah.
What do you think it turned into?
Man, nothing. Honestly, it's just, I don't know. This shit ain't real beef. It ain't the beef I know. You know what I'm saying? They just putting words on tracks, bro. This shit is all for money. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like Kendrick really hurt Drake, though. You know what I'm saying? That was a blow. Because Drake was almost undefeated when it came to beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, how he did Meek Mill is the same way Kendrick just did him.
Man. When you look at Drake's aura now, like in the footage that they get of him, you feel like something happened to him.
Yeah, I feel like he's like off. Like, damn, these motherfuckers really don't think I'm a. You know, that's a terrible jacket to wear, man. Like,
it's the worst one you can wear, right? Yeah. Like, literally, even OJ didn't get it that bad. And OJ took out, like, you know, whatever he did, but you can still look at OJ after and be like, damn, that's still OJ Simpson,
right? But
when you look at Drake, you're kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, is he like? Yeah, I don't know. That's some wild shit. But yeah, I feel like Kendrick definitely impacted that man's career for sure.
Yeah. At least Detroit's kind of staying away from the beefs. There's like a few here and there that you're seeing like got a lot out of control, but it's not as bad as it used to be with the rap scene.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the management teams have been like trying to control it.
I think people more so they see the bigger picture now. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that was coming up and beefing right now, they all got a wave and they all making money off this shit. So don't nobody want to jeopardize that and go back to, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Struggling.
I remember when Gmo Stacks and Skilla Baby were having their issues. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them now, but I remember their management was like, "Yo, like we need Gmo to come on the podcast and like clear this up," and he did. He came on, and I was like, he was saying like, we need to start like getting on the same stages. Like, I don't want to be excluded from nothing.
Yeah.
Because there's a beef.
Yeah.
Fuck up the money, bro.
Yeah, then we seen Doug inside at the Pistons game together, you feel me? That was big, you know, like,
yeah.
I guess they trying to, you know, excuse their differences and get this money, bro, because that's what it's all about, for real.
For sure. As far as hip-hop history in Detroit, man, and it seems like you're very knowledgeable of it, do you consider this the best generation of Detroit hip-hop, like, as far as lucratization and as far as sound?
I'm gonna have to say they're the most successful, but I feel like I don't know, man. I'm not into all this new shit, so I really like Rock Bottom and the older sound, but I'm gonna have to give it to them. This is the best era because it's being copied. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the world is copying our sound and style, our beat patterns and everything, our cadence, everything. You know what I'm saying? Find a motherfucker from Florida sound like he from Detroit. A lot of people thought ESTG was from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, Boston
so I do
Mandela.
say, yeah, he from Florida. You feel me? So I definitely believe our sound is at its not its peak, but you know the world's starting to see.
I wish they would just say it though. It's like man, influenced by Detroit for sure. Like Detroit sound.
It was just an argument on fucking social media the other day about buffs. Atlanta people talking about they started buffs, but we call them they call them yays. Like they don't even know the difference between the buff is the horn, you know what I'm saying? The buffalo horn, and you got woods and wires. It's some, you know, they call all Cartiers buffs. They just think, you know what I'm saying? But
what were they saying? They said that they started it?
Yeah, it was a guy from Atlanta like, y'all quit playing. We been wearing buffs. But we call them yays. It was a whole fucking thing. You ain't see that?
Nah, it's crazy.
It was on. I think it was on Detroit Discussion though.
So he was basically saying that they were calling buffs yays, and that's. They
started wearing them first.
They started the trend of it.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. He's delusional. Cartier shouted out Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Saying that we buy the most, you know what I'm saying? So how could y'all have, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then the Cartier came out and said that Detroit spends billions on the Cartiers a year.
I'm not sure the number, but I know they definitely gave us a shout out.
Bro, I heard it was billions, bro.
That's insane.
That's insane, bro. Billions?
That's insane. In one city?
Yes.
That's
what
insane.
I read it. It said literally like Detroit has spent over billions on Cartiers.
Okay, over time I could see that.
Yeah, over time.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Come on though, bro. One city is responsible for billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Do you own a pair of those?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like every Detroit person should have a pair of buffs. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember
because you just put them on when you go out of town? You know what I'm saying? Like that's like people know. Like I seen what the fuck is his name? Coach? Is it Coach K, the dude from Atlanta? I seen him in Nordstrom's. You feel me? And I was like, I was trying to holler at him, and you know what I'm saying, kick it with him, but he was on the phone. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Detroit, bro. Woo. He like, I could tell from the glasses, but hold on, you feel me? And then he turned around, you feel me? But I felt whole, so I just walked away. But that could have been my breaking point. You feel me? That was Coach K. QC was at his peak. Like, he just got Lil Baby, Lil Yachty. You know what I'm saying? So.
At least he said what up before he turned away, though.
Yeah, but I had the glasses on, and I told him I was from Detroit. He said, I know from the glasses. But that was in Atlanta again. Motherfucker knew. He already knew I was from Detroit from the glasses.
Do you remember your first pair of buffs?
Yeah, hell yeah. That was like I remember getting them, putting them on, you feel me? Like, finally buffed up, yeah. Man. My first pair, I don't know. I probably got fucked up and sold them, but then I got some with some ice in them, you know? Shit. Yeah.
You ever have a pair stolen before?
Nah, hell no. Like snatched off my face?
Not snatched, but just like
somebody
just grabbed it from a table?
Nah, hell no.
That's
you
why
put them bitches on your shirt.
Right.
You don't sit them down. You put them bitches on your shirt and move around with them.
Yeah. I mean, they're everywhere now. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not cool to not have them just because everybody else has them.
Yeah, now I don't wear them as much because, like you say, it's like everybody got them. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm more into like putting the ice in the wires and shit like that, like shit that other people ain't doing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
As far as fashion's concerned, do you think this is the best timing for Detroit fashion?
What do you mean by that? Like
obviously we had there's different phases of Detroit's fashion statements, right? Do you think like right now is the hottest time for Detroit fashion compared to like other styles from the past?
What's your definition of Detroit fashion though?
Well, obviously, I mean, you can go to the white beater days, obviously, where it was super simple because of Doughboys Cash Out and how simple they kept it. And then you can even go all the way back to like just fucking Maury's and Minx and shit like that.
Oh yeah, you know about Maury's and shit, bro. You really know what's going on. I had Maury's, like I wore Maury's to prom when I was in high school. But
like Al Wassam had his own wave of time too.
Yeah, for sure.
Where, like everybody was rocking Al Wassam.
Yeah,
my friends were going crazy with it.
Yeah,
but I don't think Al Wassam. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're not as hot as they used to be, but it's not like the trend of the trends right now.
Yeah, but they definitely stamped. They marked as you know, that's a big part of Detroit culture. Al Wassam's and it's kind of right there with Cartier's. Honestly, it just didn't expand outside of Detroit.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that it's pretty stylish shit.
Yeah,
I'm looking for me like, bro. I'm just trying to fucking. All I gotta do is start tightening up. I gotta start getting shit fitted. That's what I'm working on.
No, now we moving away from the fitted era. It's going back to baggy.
Oh, you're going back to baggy? God damn, man. I keep missing the waves, son.
Yeah, we going back to the baggy. I got a clothing line myself. It's called Belly Up Clothing.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Where's it at?
I kind of took a break from it, man, because I had a lot of shit going on. But my homeboy Twine at OSS, he used to carry it. You know what I'm saying? So. But when I get back into it, that's where it'll be for sure.
Were you guys selling like crazy? Like,
yeah, for sure. When my first drop, I had sold out all the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 different colors.
That's dope.
Sold out all of them. But you know, just getting caught up in it, man. I ain't really know how to separate business from, you know what I'm saying, my personal life. So I was getting the money and just smacking it all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to you separate the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard, bro.
For sure.
Maintaining money in the music industry is hard because it's like you don't know where to put it sometimes, right? Yeah. But like now that you understand it, it's like it's gonna be a different world.
For sure. They in trouble now.
For sure. When you look at what's happening as far as the producer sounds that are coming from Detroit and the fact that people are getting producer sounds from outside of the city and outside of the country now.
Yeah.
But laying it down as a Detroit artist. How are you feeling about it? Are you appreciating the sounds that the producers are delivering? Because your sound is very particular. Like when I listen to the only couple beats there and what he showed me, it seems like you kind of went towards the Payroll Giovanni type beats because there's a lot of trumpets, there's a lot of just orchestrative instruments that are happening in it. How do you feel about the new sounds that are coming out from different countries but are implemented by Detroit artists?
Well, majority of my last project was made by Flame. Like shout out to Flame, but he from Russia.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody's getting beats from like Russia and shit now.
But like I was telling you, that was the influence of our sound. Now they're able to just, you know what I'm saying, imitate it and make it. You know what I'm saying? But
what do you mean that was the influence of our sound?
That the reason they're making Detroit sound beats is because the whole U.S. is using it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can find motherfuckers in Atlanta, Florida, Cali, Chicago, all rapping off our sound. So of course they gotta move with the, you know what I'm saying, move with the times and make sure that everybody want to hear.
Yeah, it's so interesting. You wonder if producer sounds, like where the person came from, what they heard growing up, like all that influences it to make it more authentic, or if that does not matter as a producer. Like does what they soaked in growing up around the culture that they were in to make their sounds better?
In a sense, like if you're doing samples and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Then your environment could influence the sound, but I don't know. What could a guy from Russia really be? You know what I'm saying? Going through that could be the same as us. You know what I'm saying? To influence their sound to make a beat that sounds like our shit. So I think they just pulling it out of thin air. Honestly, bro, like
that's what I'm saying. Like, how are they doing it, man? Like, how are they looking at it and just doing it, bro?
Yeah.
And then
they understand the patterns, you know what I'm saying?
So does that make it authentic though? That's my whole point.
I don't believe so. It doesn't make it authentic for them, you know what I'm saying? But for us, I feel like we created the sound. So
yeah,
you know, like my guy 1-800. Shout out to 1-800. That's my guy. He really influenced a lot of the Detroit sound. You know what I'm saying? I know people like D Nail. That's my guy. Prince Hefe.
Yeah,
that's my guy. Them producers. They really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I met Hefe a long ass time ago. I met him. We were at Drago. It was me, Drago, B&O, some big squad members, and we were just outside of a house. We got raided by a SWAT team.
It was like on 9 Mile and Grass shit type shit.
Were you there?
No, no, but that's where we used to be at. I used to go to that studio too. Vizzo used to be there, Roadrunner type shit.
Who's the producer that made Block's Party? Jose the Plug.
Yeah, Jose the
Plug. It was his crib.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. We were chilling.
I fuck with Jose too. That's my guy too.
I haven't heard about Jose in a long time.
Yeah.
Still working?
I ain't sure. Like you say, I haven't heard a lot from him, but he be on the game. I fuck with him on 2K. Yeah.
Are you playing the new 2K?
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, I heard that in 2K, when you play online, you can only be a team one time and then you got to switch.
What you mean?
When you play online ranked? Like you can be a team one time like Golden State, but you cannot be it. If you
I don't
win,
play it like that. I play like the my player shit. When you create your own player and you go in there and you play with the homies and shit, you make your own team. But I don't know about that side of it. I don't play like that. I play with people.
What do you think of 2K? Is this the best one they came out with, or do you think there's better models?
I don't know. I don't really get that deep into it. You feel me? But I do know that Veeze just curated the you feel me?
2K25 soundtrack.
Yeah, that's hard. That's top tier type shit.
Can you believe that?
That's insane, bro.
Veeze literally.
I used to play the game. I used to play 2K with him. You know what I'm saying? This shit is insane, bro.
And now he's curating the 2K soundtrack.
That shit is insane.
One day you're playing 2K with the dude, the next day
you listening to him on it.
Man.
Shit is insane. But more power to him, bro. And that's fueling my fire. You feel me?
Who used to win more when you used to verse Veeze?
We was more so like on some, you know what I'm saying? Like we would play together, so it ain't like no against them. You know what I'm saying? This was a while ago when I had an Xbox. I played with P5 now though.
What position did you play?
I got all 5 positions, man. Like,
goddamn.
Yeah, I fuck with that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
What, 2K?
Basketball in general.
Yeah, I love basketball, man.
Yeah.
I didn't like the All-Star Weekend thing too much. I think it was...
I didn't even watch it. That shit was weird. Like, how many different teams, and
14.
then the OGs and all that weird shit. Like,
that was the only cool one because, so like, you know, the whole problem with the 2K tournaments, like All-Star Weekend and stuff, was that they weren't competitive on purpose. They didn't want to players don't want to get injured, so they don't play serious. But when the older veterans versus the sophomores, it was super competitive because the veterans knew I cannot lose to a sophomore on national TV, and we're not going to let it happen.
Right.
They competed for a while, but then the veterans ended up winning.
I feel like the All-Star game isn't supposed to be competitive. It's more so like a flaunt. You know what I'm saying? Like a skill-based thing. You just go out there and show everybody what you can do. A lot of people get out your way when you go to the rim and dunk. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can have that highlight and shit like that. But you know, they fucked it up because I don't know who held the scoring title for the All-Star game, but you can't beat it with the way they were.
It was Stephen Curry with like 13 points.
This year?
Yeah, because
but I'm talking about previously. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's how long was those games? They was shortened, right?
40-point games.
That's just some bullshit.
Yeah, it was 4 different games, 40-point games basically.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was stupid as well. I'm not gonna lie. Some kid won $100,000. That was kind of dope, but. Yeah, it was dumb, man. I think it's hard for them to know what works because these guys are rich, bro. You're getting $100 million a year or whatever. You're not about to go risk an injury.
Right.
Fuck that up. Imagine your coach being like, bro, if you fuck up right now, like, goodbye to the season.
This is like the middle of the season, too, when shit started to get real.
Can you tell everybody about your project that's coming up one more time, man?
Oh, yeah, man. Still Thuggin' Volume 1. It's on the way. I want to say springtime, man. I don't want to put a date out there, but definitely around the spring.
For sure. Appreciate you doing this talk, man. Sure we'll get you back on here again and we'll chop it up after we see the success of the tape, man. It was really cool talking to you about the depths of Detroit history and the music and everything that you feel has been associated with you growing up and getting your perspective of it because it resonates, man.
Yeah.
It sounds like real shit. We're at Parallel Sound Studio, Highlight Visual Shootings Productions. We're out. Peace.
Sure.
This episode was brought to you by Kid L Productions. For music video, photography, event video, video production, consulting, and more. Book with Kid L today.